kind of look at this a lot of times, and it's like, wait 5, or do we just need to go ahead and start?
Never, man. Good either way.
Shall we wait for him? And at this time, I'd like to call to order the July 1st, 2025 special called work session.
Found him.
There he is. Yes. Okay. Statement board mission, Tori?
By working together, Spencer County School District will make a difference in the lives of all students.
Thank you, Pam. Review and adopt agenda. Is there a motion to approve the July 1, 2025 agenda as presented?
I'll make that motion as presented.
Lynn, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Jason, all in favor? Unanimous. Let's move on to policy and procedures, annual update, second reading.
So, Ms. Binion, our screen switched over.
Oh,
As Mr.
one of my
Rucker,
favorite guys.
as Mr. Rucker's making his way to the podium, first I want to thank the board for your flexibility in the month of July. I know we went from one meeting to three. So thank you for being here. I know your time is valuable and the time away from your families is always tough. So thank you for that. Last month in June, probably the heaviest policy and procedure update that I've seen in my going on 27 years. But Mr. Rucker walked us through a document, summarized our policies and procedures. He's here this evening. If you have any follow-up questions, I don't believe there were any lingering things that took much in regards to revision. He can slow down and go through that document again if needed. He can answer questions if you have them, but whichever you guys would like. But I know there was a concern with getting these passed in time so we could notify families about a few of the changes, which we have a game plan for that. We just need to get these approved and we'll go from there. So.
Any questions or comments, concerns?
There was one thing that came up, and it sort of came up as I was going back through this last time. Where did we land on sick notes?
Sick notes.
Or notes for sick days from parents?
Sick
parent
notes you guys will have on July 15th.
Okay.
So we can revise that policy separately from this massive stack.
Okie dokie.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That one will also take 2 readings. So we can get that July 15th, July 29th, and get that out to families as well.
Okay.
Any other concerns, questions? Okay. Your recommendation, Dr. Foster?
Wasn't ready for that quick. Recommend approval of the second reading of the updated policies as presented.
Do I have a motion as stated?
As stated.
Pam, do I have a second?
I'll
Tim?
second.
All in favor? Unanimous? Let's move on to B, Spencer County Early Learning Center furniture order request.
So as you guys know, we've been in the midst of an open construction project next door, which is coming to the almost finish line quickly. Wish it were a little quicker, but we are ready to put some furnishings in those classrooms. The board has graciously approved a new 3-year-old program and 4-year-old program that we will call the Academy at Tiger Cub Village. We are also working with our high school to have high school students come over and spend part of their day in that building where they can put their learning to real use, which is going to be awesome. So you'll see quotes for 3 classrooms that we need to outfit. There was a line item put into our construction budget, and Mr. Rucker's got some, looks like fancy artwork for us to look at. So
Well,
Mr.
I take
Rucker-
no credit for those. Miss St. Bernard supplied these. These are given to us. Our Lake Shore rep came out and took some models of the rooms and then constructed based upon the regional training center's kind of base model of how we open those rooms, what they would need to have and how we might lay them out. And so we've included those for your reference that are there. RTC gave us a really good kind of starting point. So we're not trying to buy a Cadillac, but we do have a solid Buick that we're getting ready to put out there for everybody. We can do everything we need to do. It'll get us down the road. And then as additional preschool partnership grants come available, we plan to apply for those to kind of add some bells and whistles as time allows.
Mr. Rucker,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
little offset in there, is that bathroom or storage or both?
Well, so in between, if they both have an offset to each other, and when you bring those together, that's the bathroom. It's in between those two.
That's the bathroom.
Mhm.
Is there any storage besides what's over and under the sink?
There are cubbies down the hall, down this.
For the students?
Yes.
Yes, I
saw
see the
something in
cubbies,
that
but
other
there's a white chunk of something in there.
So
No,
there
that's
are
that.
cubbies here traditionally. We
Yes,
have come back at a later time and put cabinetry above those.
okay,
We have some additional work for Smith's laminating to do in the building, and we would plan at that point to add that cabinetry when Smith's comes back in.
okay, because
Yeah, that other
they
picture.
need,
Yeah,
Yeah, that one's got.
That would run across the top of here.
yes, run across.
Which would be more like a traditional looking cabinet.
Oh, absolutely, yeah,
Yes.
like the kitchen cabinet at the house.
Because they'll use every inch of that space because of all the manipulatives they need.
Yeah,
to
both
have.
classrooms have a
Mhm.
sink with cabinetry above and below as well.
That's right.
And some
Yes.
drawer space.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. I trust our too. This looks good. Any questions or comments on it?
When is this supposed to be put into place? When's our,
So if we get these, Ms. St. Bernard, what's the date? If we get in by next week, we can get it here and
August first,
Mhm.
and they'll do like love service.
so they deliver, they set it up?
They
Mhm.
set it up.
Yeah, okay.
They would essentially have the classroom ready for children.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see
Yes, sir.
final,
That's really
finished
nice.
product.
Yes, sir.
See what it looks like.
once we have these set out, we'll invite you guys to take a look because we do have 4 additional classrooms that
Yeah.
we'll start working on. As we close the project out, and we see how much money's left in those line items, then we'll determine whether or not we can come back with 2 more classrooms or come back and ask for 4. But given that we're opening these 2 this year, we want to make sure we get that furniture package in first.
I'm surprised, actually, I was surprised it wasn't more.
Well, it was at one point in time that we went
Yes.
from Cadillac to Buick.
Do that. Well, I know that 20 years ago, it
Mhm.
was about 10,000.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you all did well.
Ms. St. Bernard, you guys, I hate to put you on the spot, have talked about an open house for families. Is there a tentative date for that yet?
I was really just waiting to see the arrival date of the furniture. And I think that tomorrow is our, the state inspector is coming out to give us the go-ahead for occupying the space.
Good
But I have been on the phone with families all day for my waiting list, and I have not encountered a family who's on my waiting list that is not interested in coming to the tuition-based class.
That's great.
Build it and they will come.
Dr. Foster, your recommendation, please?
Yes, approve the furniture packages for 3-year-old, 4-year-old, and childcare classrooms totaling $48,541.71. No funds are included in the BG1 for this project.
Is there a motion as stated?
as stated.
Tim, do I have a second?
Second.
Pam, all in favor? Unanimous? Let's move on to maternity leave requests.
Yes, this would typically be a consent item, but since our agenda was leaner tonight, we do have one maternity leave. You can see it is a teacher that will be out from August 25th to October 6th. You can also see noted that this will be our first request under our new maternity leave policy, which is a great thing.
And your,
Approve the maternity leave as requested.
okay, do I have a motion as stated?
I'll
Pam?
second.
Lynn, second. All in favor? Unanimous? And I want you to know, I always try to get, or ask him to say specifically so that the minutes have the exact correct wording on it. And that's the reason we go that way. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting at 5:16 PM? Okay, so,
It is record.
do I have a second for you?
Second.
Tim,
Double short.
all in favor? Unanimous? This, because we didn't start at
Fair
7
enough.
after.